What's up? I'm Cliff Chance, and I'm here to answer the question, is it any good? This video, we're going to talk about Toy Story 4, the latest movie from Pixar. This movie kind of goes back in time a little bit at the beginning to let us know what happens to Bo Peep. If y'all don't remember, she wasn't in the third one at all. And it explains what happened there and where she's been. Um, but other than that, then it jump starts to where all the toys are now living with Bonnie. Woody is having to adjust to life of not being with Andy. He's no longer the favorite toy of the group and not really even leader of the group. And, it kind of plays on his insecurities a little bit. But Bonnie goes to school. She is scared, can't bring any of her toys there for comfort. So she makes a new toy while she's there to kind of help cope. Woody realizes that this is the most important toy in her life now. And this toy, being made from a spork, thinks it's trash and keeps trying to jump in the trash can. So Woody tries to make sure that that toy does not do that. And then they reunite with Bo Peep. Family goes on a road trip. They find Woody keeps having to keep an eye on Forky. And that's pretty much the general plot of the movie. Some other stuff happens. We meet new characters. Now, when this movie was announced, I did not think that it was necessary. I thought the original trilogy ended on a great high note. The original three movies are great, but now watching this movie, I'm very glad that they made it because it was very good. It gave a great ending to some of these characters' stories. It was very well done. I read somewhere that they said they weren't going to make this movie unless the script was as good, if not better, than the other movies, and they succeeded in that, in my opinion. There's a lot of good with this movie. Not really anything bad, just a little bit, but not too much. So this movie is pretty much positive. I feel like I haven't done a positive review in a while, so it's good. All right, get into the good with this movie. The animation. I remember in '95 going to see the first one with my family and thinking that animation was just amazing and how they could improve upon it. But I was 10 years old. Now you watch these movies and it's like just. Well, actually just rewatched all of them before I went and saw this one over this past week, and watching the animation level get better with each one, and then this one, it's amazing. There's a cat in the movie, and some of the scenes with the cat, it almost looks like a real cat. And it's just the details that they put in it, the strands of hair to everything. The animation in this movie is beautiful. The new additions to the cast are also great. You got Tony Hale as Forky. He does a good job playing this sport, questioning his existence and why he's a toy. Key and Peele stepping in as Ducky and Bunny. They, of course, have great chemistry together, feed off of each other wonderfully. It's good to see Peele stepping away from creeping us all out to return a little bit to a comedy role. They do a good job. The best new addition to this cast is Keanu Reeves as Duke Kaboom. He steals every scene he's in. He's hilarious. His character is just perfect. This 2019 has become the year of Keanu Reeves between this, John Wick, and then if y'all haven't seen it, Always Be My Maybe, he steals the scene that he's in that. Returning cast is always great, and they all have made these characters their own. One of the small things is they are sidelined a little bit, and it's not necessarily bad. It works for the story. But for people that are fans of the original toys, they are kind of sidelined a little bit in this, so don't expect them to be primary players throughout the story of this movie. Tim Allen always brings his A game when he's playing Buzz Lightyear. He is another one that's, for the beginning of the movie, is sidelined, but once he gets in on the action, he's hilarious, he's great, and he does a good job playing this toy. He's using the buttons on his chess piece as his conscience to tell him what he needs to do throughout the story, which is hilarious. Tom Hanks, this has been his character since 1995, and he knocks it out of the park again as Woody, and this is very much a Woody story. It gives Tom Hanks another time to shine. It's Woody dealing with his insecurities and also realizing that he's no longer the leader or the favorite toy, and it's Tom Hanks does a great job doing that. The villains of this movie are really good. I call them villains, but at the same time, they're kind of not. The main villain has a good development and story arc to the point where her end to this movie is actually very very good and very compelling. Where the other villains are all pretty much just kind of evil toys, and you're happy with what happened to them. They kind of got their karma. With what happens to this doll, you're also very happy with. They do a great job with her story and the background. Also, she has these henchmen that are ventriloquist dolls that are super creepy. So if you have small kids, look out for that. They are kind of creepy. I mean, they're not over creepy, but they're creepy. The humor in this movie, it's probably the funniest out of the four movies. Like I said, Key and Peele do a great job with their humor. They always feed off of each other. They have a running joke throughout the movie that's hilarious. Forky has some good lines in here that you find yourself laughing. I mean, I found myself laughing a good bit of this movie. The humor in it is just fantastic. As I said, not a lot of bad for this movie. I said earlier that if you're a fan of the original toys, they are sidelined in this movie. And another little minor thing, there's a lot of similarities between this movie and the other movies. It's again about a toy getting lost and the other toys trying to find it, and back to back, which has been pretty much a theme throughout all these movies. The conclusion, this movie has a lot of heart. It's very emotional. It was a very satisfying end. It gave us a great ending to a lot of the character stories in this. At the end, there are a couple scenes where you might tear up a little bit, but then they come right back in and bring you moments of joy. I was very happy I saw this movie in theaters. Can't wait to buy it when it comes out on Blu-ray. I'm going to give Toy Story 4 a 9 out of 10. Let me know what you guys thought in the comments below. Like and subscribe to the channel. Is it any good? And I'm Cliff Jantz. Thank you.